took my love, I took it down. Climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in the snow.
So tell me, what's a fine outhouse like yourself not doing in a place like this?
Very creative, Johnny.
In fairness, it's an older place.
I meant nothing by it. It's a valid question.
It's my only question.
So there's a common bathroom across the hall, and when we were growing up, we would all line up at a nearby fire hydrant.
Sorry, Ben.
What's there to be sorry about?
Now this looks astronomical.
Glad you think so, because this is considered a neighborhood favorite. Dr. Pepperoni slices used to cost us a few extra pennies we didn't have, but every day after football practice, Stan at the parlor would sneak a box for me and the team. And I'm talking a large. It's nothing discreet. But it was also nothing short of Yancey. So, to commemorate the move and this special Sunday dinner, I'm happy to report that this beautiful cheese pie was fully bought and paid for by yours truly. Bon appetit, you guys.
Well, I'll toast a non-alcoholic beverage to that.
You had me at let's drink.
You're sipping on an espresso Stretch?
I'm sure it's 5 a.m. somewhere.
I suppose you'll need the caffeine with all the heavy lifting I'm gonna have you do.
They're saying the new cartoon is great.
Here we go.
It had to happen at some point.
Penny for your thoughts. I'll even throw in 2 cents.
Keep the change.
Let's go around the pine.
Well, I'm certain it's a dark-stained oak.
Good idea, Reed. Ben, why don't you go first?
That doesn't sound like what I said.
Johnny, I don't really have an opinion.
Right.
I'm being serious.
Sure you are.
Yeah, because it's entertainment and fabricated and not real.
Just saying, a very entertaining catchphrase, if made very real, could be very cool.
How about you cool it, Johnny?
It sounds like perspective to me. What's the quarrel with sexy?
Well, what sexy sounds like for Johnny sounds like commercial, boundaryless, and unoriginal for Ben.
Which all sound like interchangeable terms for funded, copious, and tasteful. Which all sound nothing like a bad thing.
Okay, riddle me this, Matchstick. What not bad thing comes from selling out?
Let's see. Team make money. Team look cool. Team save world.
How do I put this? Cool team not real. Not real, not good.
But we're not any of those.
That's right.
I wouldn't mind flaming on.
Worse when you put it like that.
I mean, sure, it's a little over the top,
But we are over the top.
Exactly. And the garnish could be charming.
Don't forget crucial.
Okay, not everyone will want to flame on. But as far as I'm concerned, our viewers are happy. Audiences feel safe. If they can be happy about feeling safe, I say it's a worthy win.
What happened to the old shows, you know? River and Friends, The Never-Ending Somersault, Pumpkin Eater.
I mean, what if all Johnny's saying is that modern, televised escapism is sometimes the only rescue from being uncool?
I'm sorry. I didn't realize third-person Johnny could call the classics uncool.
If they don't make the classics anymore, it seems Johnny's not the only one with that
So
assessment.
maybe they don't make them like they made them, because it's easier to cash in on pre-existing material. Whereas those older pieces, they came from a genuine place of conception.
Well, if the trade-off for being iconic is being slightly different, then Johnny deems it a fair exchange. Plus, they didn't give us horns, or make us cloud monsters, or let us ride horses.
Not that Johnny would be mistaken in thinking that embellishment wouldn't work out in anyone else's favor, but if Johnny cares more for iconography than dignity, then maybe Johnny would be correct in keeping his thoughts to himself.
Perhaps you could tell us what you have against fun, Benjamin.
I haven't said my opinion.
I don't hate fun, Johnny. I just think you're gonna get a lot of kids going around believing we say or do things we don't, and lauding us for it.
But they love it.
Yeah, well, maybe love ain't enough.
Is that really how you feel?
You know what I love? Black and white cookies. I completely forgot them. Maisie's down the block makes them best, and I'd be remiss if for dessert we didn't put a bow in the nostalgia. Ah, look it. They're right about to close. I'll head over real quick and grab us a dozen. Everybody good with that?
Ben,
It's 7 o'clock.
There's no time like the present Stretch, and you're gonna love them, Suze.
You need me to come with?
Negative. All the fanboys are probably asleep. You'll just wake them up. I'm happy to go.
couldn't we do cookies another time? Why don't you stay till after you've had a
Susie?
slice?
I'm happy to go. Alright, they're just cookies. I promise I'll be back before you know it.
I don't get it. He's a really big hit with the kids.
Because that's not what he was saying.
What did he mean by maybe love isn't enough?
Maybe exactly how he meant it.
How's it going?
Hey, Gail. Coop. I'm gonna pick that up. That's just peachy.
One small change is everything.
Johnny, put it out.
That's bold.
It's not very nice. Johnny! His apartment is made out of wood.
I thought you said he was cool. No, he is cool.
Just knocked over that trash can.
I mean, I hate trash too.
As I'm living and breathing.
Oh, hey, Kurt.
Ain't it 7:30, Mr. Grimm?
Sure is.
Well, ain't you late for dinner then?
Yeah, no, I just walked out to get some cookies.
You know, I heard they stale easy.
Trust me, with Johnny, there's no chance of that. Besides, I think I prefer 'em stale.
To each their own, I suppose. Me, I always preferred 'em fresh. Haven't had Maisie's in ages.
Did you want one?
Say, Mr. Grimm, I adore the port as much as the next guy, but can't help but feel like a fella like yous could be nondescript elsewhere. Don't you got access to a balcony lookout now?
Is that Kurt lingo for leave?
Gee, not at all, sir. All's I'm saying is I know why I'm out here. Surely safer for yous inside and upstairs.
I don't know, I've always kind of liked this spot. I like being alone.
Is that Mr. Grimm lingo for beat it?
No, not at all. I'm sorry, Kurt. I guess I just needed the quiet.
Well, you picked the best spot on the dock at the best time. Shoulda heard him earlier. Had everybody cheering for old Benny Grimm.
That's very sweet of you, Curtis.
Far as day's concerned, you're the pride of Yancey.
Hey, how'd you remember it was time for Sunday dinner?
You told me last time. I remember like you remember.
It's been a blurry couple of days.
Can't let a guy like yous get past me. Don't get no interesting characters from down here no more.
Say, where do cartoons fit into interesting?
Oy vey. The kids wouldn't let me hear the end of it.
And we're usually mobbed by fans trying to sell hot merch, so I'm glad you shared the temperament.
What time is it?
Alright, Kurt.
Of course I've seen your show.
Oh, brother.
Don't need a box to tell me it's a good one. Catchphrases echo across town.
You know, it's made up.
Kids love it.
You know, maybe they love it because it's made up.
I think they love it because it's yous. I think they love it because it's what keeps them excited for tomorrow night. I think they love it because a new episode of the show means they don't gotta stop wondering. And let me tell you, there's nothing made up about wonder, Mr. Grimm.
A couple of episodes about my life ain't exactly my life. I imagine the fabrication disqualifies wonder.
Try fabricating joy, Mr. Grimm. My point is, you take the stars, right? They's been around for millions of years. Intense heat, gas, pressure. On paper, that sounds lord awful. But from right here, from right here, it could be magic. To thems, that's what you are. And to thems, they know you.
Yeah, well, maybe the stars can just be stars.
Coming from a space flyer, I don't believe it.
What do you mean?
Well, if you really thought the stars ought to be left alone, then why'd you become the pilot? Why visit the cosmos? Why come back to Yancey? Why make the time for Sunday supper? Matter of fact, why go through so much trouble to have this chat with little old me, when you could just up and walk?
They're my friend. They're my family. I love space.
So you see, got nothing to do with nothing. Ain't that grand enough? Excuse the bad joke, but seems to me like you're trapped between yourself and a hard place by choice.
I don't think I get to choose how I'm seen.
But you are choosing not to see it.
See what?
An island, Mr. Grimm. Picture an island. Catching fish for everybody else. So tell us, what's got you down?
It's moving week. You can get rid of relics, reminiscing, making room for what's next. But a few years ago, I was running from shop owners, messing up bullies, and missing rent. I guess you could call it simpler.
If what you're saying to me, Mr. Grimm, is that the prospect of not having to worry about any of that no more is bumming you out, then I beg your pardon. But I don't think I understand.
I'm saying it feels like the emptier the place gets, the less I get to keep. And all of a sudden, the memory I kept me here is exactly what sent me away.
Don't you think you defined that?
And so do a lot of things, you know? I didn't grow up with a lot, but I didn't grow up alone. I didn't grow up nowhere. I didn't have to do things by myself or discover places on my own. And I might have not noticed it till late, but I think I did grow up with a lot. And I guess I thought that'd always be the case. I guess I thought it wouldn't change. I guess I thought I'd always have it. I thought I had enough time to be who I said I was going to be. I thought I had as many chances as it gave. Never figured I'd be the one who wasn't taking what it was giving. Never figured it'd be too late to do better.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And on top of everything, these kids, seems they're just fans because I look funny to them. Gives a cartoon, says a line, and makes me look cool.
What a gift it is to figure out why someone likes us instead of if.
I wish the reality was that altruistic.
It is if you want it to be.
But it's not.
Do you want it to be?
It's kind of like when you outgrow a pair of shoes you really liked. You're wishing the new ones fit perfect, but the bar is set so high.
Who's setting it?
I don't know. Life? The way the cards are dealt?
Different story when it's a gift, not some competition. Yancey's not thinking of one-up in space when they buy your comic books, are they? The children are not thinking of a different Ben when they watch your show. They're not thinking of using the past tense or in the context of who you might say you are. The Baxter Building ain't trying to demolish your house, and neither is it to cast your identity aside. They're not erasing the truth or forgetting the inevitability. They're just... perhaps they're recontextualizing it. 'Cause just for a few pages, and just for a few lines, they might actually be tough as rock. And trust you's me, we won't forever need to be tough as rock, but we'll also never not need it. There will always be things out of your control. Those who are bums, certain matters that ever change, folks that stir up doubt, moves that need to be made. But Benny, there's nothing I've been sure of than it not being because of who you have or have not been.
How do you know?
'Cause true amore ain't a fad. 'Cause true amore sticks around. 'Cause true amore sticks it out. And true amore don't go nowhere better. 'Cause true amore recognizes that maybe it's not about you. Maybe you can acknowledge that the real beauty there is incidental.
But attachment feels so intentional.
And that's true. But nobody said it was permanent. Nothing beats the intentionality of devotion. And oi get I'll bet everyone wishes it lasted. But since we rarely encounter things in our life that makes us feel not so alone, I'm inclined to think we've been given the tools to love it all back till it don't want us no more. Be it fate, be it a mistake, be it intentional, be it incidental. Chances are, I'll wind up a wreck when it all comes to an end. Or if it prioritizes an exit, I'll have wasted that privilege focusing on whether or not any of it was real. Spent life afraid for it to be over, and arguing whether or not I was worthy of the expedition. Because we might not be here for a reason, but you better come up with the reason for being here. It always beats the other. The best part is, you didn't have to do jack. Them rays ain't made you you. The fame ain't what made you you. Only so happens the cameras are around now. Only so happens you're animated now. So what changed? You noticed. And nobody, nowhere, is gonna get what that's like. But you. The real question is whether or not you got enough like inside of yous for yourself. The truth is, for my buck, if you feel you're Ben enough for Ben, then I believe you're already Ben enough for everyone else. No matter what. Now, let's say you still don't get what makes that magic. Let's say you're still confused by what sense could be made from it. But the stars are real, and I'll never get them. Yet all the proof you need is in the sky.
What do you got there?
What's it look like? Found it just outside of King's. I teach an art class every now and again, and I thought I recognized the thingamajig. Belongs to one of my students. And this poor kiddo's up past their bedtime because old Benny ain't on their windowsill to watch him sleep. Whether you know it or not, you got a part to play, Mr. Grimm. The tides are rising, and I'm afraid you can't back out now.
It's clobbering time.
Yeah, I'm never saying that. Can I ask you something?
Only you got the time for it.
Why do you think those Rays did what they did?
I don't believe that's any of our business.
I'm always gonna be dealing with it. How do I move past it?
Then, just be the real use.
Ben, are you on your way back?
That's the last of them. We can take these to the truck.
Roger that.
The cookies were very good,
Happy you liked them.
and it was very sweet of you to rush to Maisie's to grab a box right in the middle of family dinner.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Suze. I was just...
Well, what's there to be sorry about?
Because you're right. I did just leave. And it was rude, and it was dinner time, and it was out of the blue. So...
You never leave Sunday dinner. Had to be serious. Did you want to talk about the cartoon?
What about it? Look, you know, Suze, I really am sorry for leaving. Before you walked out of dinner, I'd probably be asking myself the same questions.
I know.
It's just getting jarring.
What is?
I mean, get a look at this place. I'm starting to hear my own reverb. And it's funny, you know, we've traveled faster than light, but all it took was a week-long pack-up to make me feel weird. And I wish I could tell you if it was rage, or sadness, or regret. I don't know. I can't know. I just know I gotta go.
You can always visit.
You're not wrong. But I guess I always expected Yancey to do the changing. The one to look completely different when I got home. The one to welcome me back in a new place. Instead, it's exactly the same, and I'm happy about that. Just doesn't fit anymore. But better up there, right? One size fits all. Still, just because the place I lived doesn't get to be the place I stay, it's not an excuse to be a mopey punk.
But you're not being a mopey punk.
You're allowed to admit that I am.
You're not.
Wasn't bad enough tonight.
And nobody asked you to be Ben enough tonight. And I hate to report that no one will be asking you to be Ben enough tomorrow. Because being Ben enough doesn't exist. And I think that's okay. Yes, everything goes away. Yes, places leave. And yes, things, people, and pieces will outgrow you. But I think you can outgrow them too. We're all just passengers on this high-speed train. We make stops. We take breaks. We take things with us. But other times, we don't get to keep any of it at all. You're afraid that Ben's leaving Yancey. And you're afraid that Ben is going away. But even though you're moving, Ben, you're not going anywhere. And at the very least, I'm still right here. Right now.
What's going on with you?
Don't. You don't have to do that. We can just sit with this for a while.
Couldn't let this one go. It was calling my name. It was like, Johnny, Johnny, I'm a gem in a box and I don't belong here.
Are you familiar with who that is?
The best pilot in the world.
Yeah, don't you mean best looking?
It's you.